Hi, everyone. So in this video, as promised, I'm going deeper into how the AI in Curipod works. So this is to give you a working knowledge of both AI, but also how it can be utilized in educational tools like Curipod. So again, I'm going to share my screen here. And at the end of this section, in addition to make a lesson, one of the assignments is to actually create an idea for an AI generator. So in Curipod, our AI generators or AI templates or whatever you want to call it combines some of our learning modalities with a pedagogical purpose to create a full activity. That's complicated, but what's happening? So before AI, educational tools like Curipod could have templates. That would be some activity or pre-filled out form where you could add some content. But what's brilliant with AI is that we can combine all of these. So as I covered in one of my videos, we have different learning modalities. Polls, for instance, is one of them. And a poll is a place where you can do a would you rather activity. So I could write, would you rather eat cake or pizza? And then I'm writing the alternative, cake, pizza. And this is a would rather activity I could create. But it requires two things. One, it requires me to be creative. So it requires me to come up with a question, would you rather eat cake or pizza? That's not a really hard one, but when you want to kind of make it really relevant for a subject, then it's a bit harder. Secondly, it requires me to understand that to do this, I'm using the modality poll. And this is where kind of the AI generator comes into it. So in the AI generator, I can rather go to our fun section and I can choose the would you rather. And what's happening in that would you rather activity? Well, there, the Curipod team has told it that a would you rather activity is a fun and creative question giving two different alternatives. So you can just feed it your topic. We feed that into our AI system, and the AI system then asks about, come up with a creative would you rather activity about that topic, and then fill it into the learning modality poll. So if we now go, would you rather animal habitats, right? It takes some time coming up with one here. And then Curipod has creative one. Would you rather live in a treehouse in a rainforest or a cave in the desert? Speaking about animal habitats. So it has come up with a question and then filled it into the learning modality, giving you the full activity. And what's brilliant about this is that we can also go deeper, right? So I might be teaching animal habitats, but I know that I live in Oslo and my students are really interested, or let's do a Oslo and squirrels. So squirrel habitats in Norway. So again, this is when the AI really allows me a superpower as a teacher, because I can now create the activities really personalized about what I want to teach. So let's see what it creates here. Okay, here's my would you rather activities to start. I get some alternatives there. So this is the first explanation of how the AI works. It helps you. You just give it your intention. You want a would you rather activity about squirrel habitat in Norway. It knows what a would you rather activity is, and it both helps you come up with the creative part, creating it, but it also fits it into the correct learning modality. And this is how it works for so many of the different ones here. So again, let's maybe do one we haven't done before. Let's go to all here. Okay, so mini project. I want a mini project about animal habitats or animal habitats in maybe do Texas. Do magic. So again, I can be really specific about what I want. And what does it now? What does it do now? Well, that depends what the mini project is. Let's take a look at the end result first. What animal habitats are found in Texas? Here are some clues. So it gives the student some clues and it gives them the selection of two different activities, activity A or activity B. What learning modality has it used? Well, let's take a look at the element. This is a drawing activity, which means that when let's do preview now. When I start this activity, students have 20 minutes to choose either exercise A or B and create an answer. And you see this can include both text, this is a really small screen though, and drawings. So hand it in and we can go through all the exercises. But again, how does this AI work? I only fed it animal habitats in Texas. And again, it's a combination, right? Because the generator got your topic, animal habitats in Texas, and then it had a knowledge of what a mini project is. This is defined by whoever made it in Curipod. And it also had a knowledge of what type of learning modality to use there. So it combined it. So this is, again, how AI changing kind of, for the really tech nerds out there, you can call it the paradigm shift in how you, or a shift in how we do interactions with a computer, because we don't necessarily need to give it the command, do this, do this, do this. We can rather give it the command, we want this output. So it's easier to work with. Let's take a look at a different generator here. Let's take a look at the brain break. So the brain break, you can see it does not need any input at all. We just press do magic, but let's take a look at what the output is. Draw a banana with a superhero costume and a cape. So the brain break might just be an instruction to one, create a fun and creative drawing activity, and two, put it into a drawing activity in Curipod. So it both creates the text assignment and puts it into the modality or activity in Curipod. And there are so many different generators here. We could take a look at explain it, or let's do real world. If we go to content here, into real world example. So a real world example of geometry. Great. I have no idea what it will create now. Let's see. Okay, so it gives us a word problem, basically. So the one that created this activity has probably said, create a word problem about the topic they get in, and then put it into just a text slide. So let's recap a little bit what we've learned here. So an AI generator, an AI template, it combines two things. It combines a working knowledge of what this type of activity is and what type of learning modality it should choose in Curipod. It could be a poll, a word cloud, a drawing, open question, personalized feedback. And then it asks you, the teacher, for some input, and it uses that input to create a finished result. So if we want to design our own generator, let's say we wanted to design, let me come up with a topic on the fly here, a generator that created debate questions. Then we could, for instance, say, if you were the coders in Curipod, you could create it so it will always choose a poll, right? Because we might want it a poll. And then you might ask the teacher for an input. That could be topic, debate topic. And then formulate and then the instruction to the AI model could be formulate a question with, or a statement with two opposing meanings or two opposing views, and fill in the meaning in the title here and fill in the two views as the poll alternatives. Or you could say, do not use a poll, you could say use an open question. So you could say, formulate a statement or a meaning and ask and end it with, what do you think? So then it would be, all students should have free, but okay, so if I had created this and the teacher then writes in school lunch, then it might create all students should have free school lunch. Argue what you think. And when you as a teacher would start this, then you would present it and all your students would join in with a pin code, and it's an open question, so they would write in their answer. And if you rather wrote in something else, it would create a statement about that. So this is a complex topic. I think the best way to do is to practice. So in one of the assignments here, the assignment is to create an idea for a generator and think about what learning modalities it will use, what the output will be, and what input you need from the teachers. Best of luck. Have a great day.